Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors at Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me today, and this story comes from the West Midlands. In Tipton, there was 2 incidents that happened within 30 minutes of each other. And the initial story broke on St Mark's Road after a hit and run and a man was killed. This happened on Saturday, February the 27th at 1:45. And police began a hunt for a driver of a car. The car was actually identified as an Infiniti car, and it was found not long after, and it had been stolen from a house burglary in the Rowley Regis area of the West Midlands. And the police reported that half an hour later, there was a stabbing yards away from where police were, near a shop. Disorder had broken out, and the victim sustained an injury from a shard of broken glass in the incident that had taken place inside the shop, and it's not clear if a knife was used. A spokesman for West Midlands Police said they do not believe the collision and the stabbing were linked, and they believe they are separate incidents. And this was later confirmed today when they revealed the identity of the victim of the hit and run. Tributes have poured in for a father that was killed in a hit and run tragedy. Daz Whitehouse, 43 years old, was hit on St Mark's Road at 1:45 on Friday as he walked his dog. The tragedy struck just 1 day after he buried his stepdad. And a cyclist was also hit but not seriously injured. Tributes have poured in for DARREN, and his brother Lee posted online, "Rest in peace, we will miss you forever." David Watmore, 29 years old, who knew DARREN for 15 years, said he was killed a stone's throw from his house that he shares with his mum. Sue, his mother, is 66 and is a full-time carer for his mother. They said that he did everything for his mother. You wouldn't find anybody that disliked him. He was a normal, brilliant person and had no issues with anyone. So that's devastating news for his family coming from Tipton, and I send my condolences to them as well. But these 2 incidents in a short space of time, it seems, were a coincidence, and one of them may not have involved a knife. And in some little documented news as well, there was a shooting in Bordsley Green yesterday, and a house was shot up 10 times in the area. There is no video coverage in mainstream media, and there is no arrests or injuries. In other news from Birmingham as well, 100 residents in their pyjamas and dressing gowns were evacuated from a building in Newtown. For several hours they had to stand in the street as there was a fire on the 5th floor. On Sunday night, emergency services were called to the Globe Works, a 10-storey student accommodation in Cleveland Street at 6 p.m. They confirmed they were called to the building. Nobody was injured and residents were allowed back in at 8:50. The fire is not believed to have been arson, and the police were there for traffic management. And in some other news from Birmingham as well, in relation to what the police have been trying to do to prevent gang violence, there are gang workshops that have been taking place in schools throughout lockdown. COVID-19, they said, hasn't stopped them delivering vital gang workshops to more than 1,000 school staff and family support workers as part of continued efforts to tackle postcode violence. The video presentations run by Birmingham Partnership give teachers and youth workers the insight into the city's gang scene and the tensions between rival postcodes. The aim, they say, is to identify young children that may be at risk of falling into gangs and offer support before it's too late. Helen Carver, a dedicated young person sergeant who runs the project, has delivered the presentations to 1,000 people. She said it's showing signs of success, and we've had a lot of positive feedback from schools, and it's working to help safeguard vulnerable children. They said recently a pupil on social media said that he was repping a particular colour. A school staff member, having seen the video we put out, picked up the potential connotation and supplied an intelligence report to the police. They discovered that they'd been involved in online chats about serious incidents of violence and exchanges with people that were linked to gangs. A referral was now put in place due to the bandana that this child was wearing. The initiative, they said, is a way for them to be able to determine who may be associated to gangs in Birmingham due to the research that they've been doing. Detective Inspector Dawn Burns of the Birmingham Gang Unit, who ran the scheme, stressed the importance of early intervention. She said it's really important that we say and mean what we do. Stepping early helps to prevent kids from joining gangs. Teachers, youth workers and parents, everyone has a role to play, and if you suspect anyone is involved in gangs, you should do the best you can to intervene. And in some ways this could be beneficial, and definitely intervening early does help. But to start labelling children just because they're wearing a bandana can definitely be dangerous, because some people wear bandanas due to fashion. A lot of girls will wear it because it looks cool, and the fashion comes from America. So I really want to hear what people have to say on these stories, and if you can relate to any of them as well. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Peace.